Hey, y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in. Now, if this is your first time, welcome. Now, if you've been here before, welcome back. Y'all, we're going to go over Grandma's Southern Greens, and on this channel, the food is always the star. And I want to welcome and tell y'all thank you for being here because you could be anywhere else. But since you're here, let's get going, y'all. Now, first things first, what we want to be able to do is rinse these greens off. We want to rinse the greens and then we soak the greens, y'all. So these greens have been rinsed and they have been soaked, and they've been soaked for at least 2.5 hours. Now, in the water is going to be salt and lemon juice. So that is the brine that the greens are sitting in. That salt also acts as an abrasive. So when you're washing your greens and you scrub them together, that salt helps get rid of the rest of the soil deposits that the greens can carry, y'all. Now you see how I fold these greens and I tear, fold, tear, fold, tear. One quick motion, if you can make one quick motion. That's all it takes, y'all. One quick motion. Now, another thing with these greens is you can keep this part right here. Grow that on out. You grow your own greens. Now, first things first, when you hold a knife, hold it proper. Index finger, thumb, slice, slice. Also protect the fingers on the opposite hand, y'all. Fold those fingers over. So we're doing a julienne slice just to show you. That's what this slice is called, a julienne. And then we're going to go ahead and quarter this onion. And that really is the preference that I like to roll with when I cook the greens, is to quarter the onion. So that's what we're doing, y'all. So we're quartering the onions, and then we're going to move it forward. What we're going to do with the quarter onions, how we're going to cook them, y'all, we're going to go through that here in 1 second, I promise. But before we go through that, you see this bacon right here, y'all? This thick cut bacon. I got this bacon at Walmart, y'all. Great value. And it's a great value because I'm not going to be paying all those expensive prices for what they charge for bacon when this bacon right here, this thick cut bacon, is of good quality. Now, you get what you want, y'all. But you see how I layered that bacon up? Stacked it up all on top of each other. Then we sliced it down the middle. Then we turned it sideways, and now we have cubed bacon that we are throwing in this cast iron skillet that was already prepped on low heat. Then we cut it up as we were cutting the bacon so it could be ready by the time we finish cutting the bacon, y'all. All right? So we want to drop that bacon in there first, get that working, get that moving around in that cast iron skillet, y'all. And then we're putting in our onions, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to saute up the onions and the bacon together. And you can say, wait a minute. You can just do all that in that one pot. Yes, you can. But the catch is I don't have a cast iron soup pot or green pot to cook in, y'all. No. Why am I stressing the cast iron part? Because cast iron is a healthy pot to cook in. Cast iron carries iron mineral deposits that your body needs. So if you can use a cast iron skillet, then use a cast iron skillet. And it also enhances and gives another flavor to your greens. So that also is a benefit of using that cast iron skillet. Now, we have our green water over here, y'all. And in this water, we squeezing in lemon juice. We have some minced garlic that we're going to throw in there, y'all. Yes, we are. We also have Tony's Satchery seasoning that we're putting in there. We have paprika in there. We have some cumin in there. We have a bay leaf in there. And we also have a little bit of, just a touch of Old Bay seasoning. And you see how we phased in the bacon and the onions in there. And now we're slowly phasing in the greens. So the greens is at a small simmer, sitting about 180. And the reason I'm saying it 180 because the boiling point, a rolling boil, starts at 212. I temp the water, it's about 180 degrees. It's at a small simmer. So that way you can understand when I say 100, the water's about at 180 degrees. It's at a small simmer, or a little simmer is around 180 degrees. A rolling boil is at 212. And once you get to the rolling boil phase and you start adding ingredients in, the water will dissipate. But if you take your time and you phase in your greens into this water, That allows the water to dissipate at a slower pace, and it allows the water to heat up a little bit faster than you dropping everything in there at once. And also, it gives you more room to work with because the greens will wilt. And I am dropping my greens in whole, y'all, because that's the way my wife like it. I asked her, and that's the way I like it too. But I said, how you want your greens? You want me to chop them up or you want them whole? She said, I want them whole, y'all. I want them whole. And the reason she want them whole, she likes to twirl them up on the fork, y'all. She said, I want to be able to take my greens and scoop them with my cornbread. I want to know what I got. I don't want no chopped up greens, and I understand that. It's just like the canned greens or frozen greens. They can end up being mush, y'all. We don't want mush. We want to know what we got. And the last thing you see me adding into these greens is a tablespoon of sugar. We must counteract that bitterness. And I do that with a tablespoon of sugar. I don't add more than a tablespoon of sugar. And that could have been a little bit less, actually, than a tablespoon of sugar, y'all. So we're going to get these greens mixed. We're going to work these greens. We're going to work these greens covered for about 2.5 hours, and we're going to put them on low until we about ready to go, y'all. So these greens cooked for about 2.5 hours, and I want you to just to take a look at them greens. Look at these greens here, y'all. Ooh-wee. That look good there. And that's what I'm saying. You can make these greens and serve them whatever you want. Serve them with, y'all. Just let us know if you feel like it's something that we miss. We can add it to the playlist, y'all. But we need to go ahead and plate these greens up because we ain't playing no games, y'all. What you gonna put with your greens? You got New Year's right around the corner. Other holidays gonna be coming up in the future, y'all. What you got? This is what we gonna plate ours on for right now. But we're gonna be coming up with other ideas and menu selection, y'all. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all on the next side. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening to what we have for y'all.